Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I think I found another truck to buy. This one only has 2 doors, but it looks really nice. So we're gonna go check it out. The tow truck needed an oil change and fuel filter, so I'm gonna do some maintenance on this guy. I gotta get this thing done and hook on the trailer, load everything up, get ready to go and get there before 4:30. So I better get after it. See you guys on the road somewhere. Well guys, we're on the road, got the truck all serviced. We're heading south, a little bit east of Oklahoma City, not too far away from me, so that's always nice. Look, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this truck. I've been watching it for sale for a while. It was priced a little high, I thought, for what it was, and it's actually been listed a couple times and dropped price a couple times, but still high enough that I didn't even bother messaging the guy because it's just too high out of what I thought it was worth. And then this morning I saw it listed again for about half of, not quite half, but almost half of what it was listed previously. So I thought, well, now it's worth a shot to go look at. Pictures aren't that great, so I don't know exactly what it is quite yet. It's listed as a 69 F350. It's a regular cab. It's a base model truck. It's white grille. It's a real slick shape. Doesn't have a lot of dents in it. The exterior is either repainted or it's got really nice paint. And it has single wheels on the back but dual wheels on the front. So there's something funky going on there. And it also has a regular box bed truck style side bed on the truck. The F350s are 135-inch wheelbase, and the standard regular cabs are 131. So it didn't look like the gap behind the cab was any too out of place. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I'll know once I go down there and check it out. Hopefully it is as good as the pictures made it seem, and I'll be dragging it home. And if you guys are watching this, that means I brought it home, because if I don't bring it home, there's really nothing else to show you guys. So hopefully you guys are watching this, and like always, we'll meet back up when we get this thing on the trailer, and we'll see what it looks like. Well guys, I got the truck loaded on the trailer and I'm heading back north. The only problem is I'm going about 40 miles an hour because I blew the intercooler pipe on my 6.7 Power Stroke. If any of you guys are familiar with that, it's a pretty common problem, and I should have put the aftermarket pipe on here sooner. We actually just I usually carry a spare in my truck, but my dad's truck blew one on our way back picking up a truck, and we had to use this one and that one to get back home. And we actually blew that one too on that one as well whenever we were taking some other stuff with the trailer. So that truck eats intercooler pipes, but there's an aftermarket one on that one now, but that means I didn't have a spare. So now I'm rocking a duct tape mod to get me a little bit farther north. I have one coming on the way. Yep, I have one, a replacement coming on the way, heading towards me. So I'm just limping along, seeing how far north I can get before we meet up. And we'll dig into this truck whenever we get back at the shop, because I'm not going to take the time to stop and do it on the road, because I'm not going very fast. So we'll meet back up at the shop and we'll dig into this truck. So see you guys then. The duct tape.
You got her pretty good. I have this for you to get the metal thingy on.
It just snaps right.
Oh, okay.
It's already back on. Oh, the engine's gonna be happy to have boost again. It's only making 2 pounds.
No wonder you made it this far.
Back together. Let's go home. Well, here it is, guys. It's a 1969 F350. Single cab, So it's only got 2 doors, so it's unlike my recent purchases, but it's still a really nice truck. It's a 350, so it has a 135 wheelbase instead of 131. So this is just a regular bed put on the back, so the wheel doesn't line up. That's why that's all funky. But it originally had dual wheels. It's a 10,000 pound GVW. Big old spring pack under there. So the guy I bought it from put these singles on the back. It originally had a flatbed on it, but it is the reason I picked it up is because it's such a clean truck. And I know you guys have been ragging on me real hard about the crew cabs I've been buying and the rust in them, and you guys have been saying that those things aren't rusty. You know, come up to the rust belt and I'll show you rust. But this will give you an idea of why I think those are so rusty, because this is the kind of truck I'm used to buying here. This is the kind of truck I'm used to anyway. The cab mounts there, they're really solid. The floors are really good. That floor brace right there is perfect shape. Even back here in the cab corners, there's some mud on them there, but no rust. This frame is just nice and straight and doesn't have any rust, flaky rust on it. Here's the middle of the cab. This bed is not as nice as the truck, unfortunately, but it's still not bad. Got a little bit of rust showing up in the seam. The inside of the bed is got some rust in it. We'll show you that when we get it off the trailer, but it has been repainted. It was a very nice repaint, but it has been repainted. It is pure white. A lot of these trucks are Wimbledon white, but this one's actually a pure white. See, there's some overspray on the core support there. That's how I noticed it was painted. There's some right there on that bracket. But whoever painted it did a pretty good job. There's not a lot of overspray, where you normally see a lot of sloppy overspray. They didn't paint the inside of the door jambs. Here the tag is exposed in that sticker. But this is a real clean truck. I was real happy when I went to see it and saw how clean this thing was. The guy took the dash pad off. It was probably cracked. The headliner's been painted. I'm not really a big fan of the blue, and that headliner trim's been painted. But I think other than that, the interior is original. The seat, I'm pretty sure the seat's been recovered. I don't think that's original. But floor mat is original and still there. The pedals, there's some wear on the brake pedal there, but not bad. Clutch pedal looks pretty good. It's showing 48. I'm not sure if that's original yet. My first hunch is no, but it's still in really good shape otherwise. Just needs a good cleaning, I think. No rust right here. That's always nice. Of course, this could be a replacement fender, but I don't think it is, just judging by the way things look. Really nice steel grill on the thing. That's really nice. That steel grill is perfect shape. There's a shot of the other side. There's that cab mount. These doors are perfect, which is nice. Back here, there's the cab corner. There's underneath it. The rocker's really good shape. Anyway, turned out to be a really slick truck. It doesn't currently run. It says it was running about 2 weeks ago, and then it just quit running. If you put some fuel in the carburetor to fire up, so I'm guessing either the fuel pump gave out, or there's something wrong with the fuel tank. The fuel pump still has the original replaceable diaphragm pump. So real nice original looking under hood here. It's even got the 360 sticker on it still. The heat riser for the air cleaner is still there. A lot of times that goes away. The manifolds have been replaced, but you know, FEs are terrible about leaking gaskets, so I imagine someone fixed that along the way. But here's the fuel pump I was talking about. See, it has the replaceable diaphragm. Usually that means it's pretty old, and it probably set for a while. And then this guy got it running, and usually you run these things in that old diaphragm. The more you run it, it'll just get brittle and crack. So it'll run for a while, and then it'll quit running and die, and then not start. Usually it's the diaphragm and the fuel pump. And I'm guessing the accelerator pump is leaking as well, because that's the same way. But anyway, I'm gonna get this thing off the trailer and maybe do some tinkering on it today, see if I can get it to run. And if I do, I'll show you guys. So let's get after it. Well, I got the air cleaner off of it. I went ahead and filled the bowl with gas. So the bowl of the carburetor, got a cup or 2 cups of gas in there. So let's just see if it'll fire right quick. I thought if it would fire and run long enough on that, I'll just drive it off the trailer. Yeah. Hey, even the alternator gauge works. That is real surprising. Got oil pressure. Man, I can't believe the alternator gauge is working. It doesn't have a muffler, so it is quite loud. So that I'm gonna have to put a muffler on it. I'm too old to run a straight pipe. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I want to use up all my gas. I'm gonna get it unstrapped and we'll just drive it off the trailer. Man, that's really good. Sounds like it runs pretty good. Fire right off. Man, I can't believe that alternator gauge works. I don't think I've ever seen one work. So that is sweet. Man, I'm liking this truck more and more. My plan was to fix this thing up and sell it, but man, I'm not doing very good. I have yet to sell one yet that I've bought since starting this YouTube channel. I'm planning on selling that one, and I'm planning on selling the green one, and I'm planning on selling this one, but I don't know. Actions speak louder than words, I guess. Maybe I'll sell one of these days. But for now, let's get this thing off the trailer, and maybe we can even take it for a drive. I got some fuel pumps. Let's see if I can put a fuel pump on this thing. Well, got it off the trailer and pulled up here by the shop. A little bit ground level view for you. It's got cool cap lights on it that are in good shape. A lot better than these. These are a little iffy, but this truck is a lot nicer than most of them I've been getting. One bad thing is there's a little bit of dings on the cab here from when they put the bed on here. They weren't real careful. There's a big one over here. Kind of wish it didn't have that, but I guess it is what it is. Right there. It's pretty bad. You can tell it's got some of the yellow transfer there. So that's unfortunate. There's a dent right there in the cab too. Not sure what that came from. But here's the inside of the bed I was talking about. The bed holes are kind of wallered out and the floor is pretty rusty. Looks like it's set with some junk in it at some time. If it wasn't for that, it'd be a pretty good bed. Did have the auxiliary fuel tank. It's pretty cool. So you could either patch these holes and bed line it, so you kind of don't see that flaky rust, or you could put a new bed floor in if you wanted to use it on a real nice truck. It did get a boo-boo here, so that would have to be fixed. That's kind of folded up pretty bad right there. If it wasn't for those few little things, it'd be an awful slick bed. It's an Explorer, so that's pretty cool. Has a toolbox there. This thing does have the 3-leg mirrors in pretty good shape. That's pretty cool. Fomoco, or Ford script, not Fomoco. These are the Fomocos. You know, the older videos I was talking on this truck, see the Fomoco there. You see that? And I was talking about the Ford script. This is what I was talking about. That's Fomoco, but it's in a script fashion. But anyway, it kind of's got a neat little another mirror there. So these brackets normally would be up here, kind of like well, these are a little bit different, but it would be sticking out past it. But this must move it in so they don't stick out way out here and get snagged on things. But real slick truck. I didn't check and see if the radio worked. There's our factory shift knob. And I don't know if that's factory or not. The pattern doesn't look quite right. It does have the over and down for a new process. It does have a new process 435 in it. It's gonna be an engine tag? No. I wonder what that's from. It's got the VIN number on it. I don't know what that's from. There was a little warranty tag that came with these things that had a little metal tag on it, but I don't think it was that big. If you know what that's from, let me know in the comments where that goes or what that's from. That's pretty neat. Empty case here. First aid kit, little first aid kit. Tire pressure gauge. Here's your flasher. Doesn't feel like it's working. I think it's unplugged too. But these early trucks, the flasher was in the cab. On the later ones, they moved it down there. But let's see if the radio works. Hey guys, future me here. Thought I would tell you real quick. I saw this when I was working on this thing, and I thought this was too cool not to share. So I'm going to cut in here and show you something a little bit here. See that little staple on the valve cover gasket? There's one on every tab. I think those were put on from the factory, so the valve cover gasket would stay put while they were putting the valve covers on. And this truck still has it on every tab. So I think that those valve covers have never been off. This engine's never been replaced, which is cool. It doesn't have any blow-by in it. It's in real good shape. I did put a new fuel pump in it because it had that original replaceable diaphragm pump. I put another one I have on it and got it running off the fuel tank. And I'm thinking that this truck, so far anyway, I'm thinking this truck is original mileage. Just because everything that is so nice on it and everything that works, all the wiring and everything is real nice shape on it. And I did a lot of looking right here. I think this might be original paint right here. And there's not much wear right here, and these seal plates don't show much wear in right here. This is a big wear point, and there's not a hole in here from having your heel on the floor mat there. This right here, you can see the tape line from when they painted the outside. So I think this is original. Not quite sure. You know, up to interpretation, I guess, what you think, if it has 48,000 miles on it or not. So far, I think it is. I took it for a little bit of spin. The steering is awesome. It feels like it has power steering even though it doesn't. You know, manual steering. So the gearbox is in really good shape. The steering feels great. The brakes work great, and the clutch feels great. Much like our verified original 46,000 mile 69 in there half ton. It's a lot better shape because it was a half ton. This was a work truck. They had a welding bed on it. So I think being low miles, it still had a little bit of high use on it. But low miles is low miles. If it's original, I'm not claiming 100% that it is, but I'm seeing a lot of indications that I think it is anyway. But anyway, just thought I would show you that, especially those staples on the valve cover. Those are pretty cool. Those wouldn't have lasted, you know, taking the valve cover off from doing any engine work. You know, the mechanic shop wouldn't have put those back on it. So anyway, just thought I would show you that. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to past me and we'll finish this video up. I didn't try the horn either. See if the radio and the horn works. That'll be the real test. Or the blinkers. No. I'm not getting anything. Hopefully it's just a fuse or something. Lights work. Do we have blinkers? That one works. It's not gonna have rear blinkers. Ooh, that works. Hey, we got a blinker. We don't have any rear lights. These aren't hooked up. Hey. We're doing good so far, other than the radio. What do you want to take bets on whether the horn works? Hey, the horn works. The wipers worked. I tried them earlier. A little drizzly today. They could use some new blades on them. So we got a mostly functional truck. I can see if the fuse is bad on the radio. It looks like it's in pretty good shape, but I'm amazed that alternator gauge worked. We got a tag in the seat. We're missing the build sheet that would have been there, but here's a screwdriver. Fuel tank looks to be original. Pretty decent. Missing our cabin light cover. Need to put a dash pad on this thing and it would look awful slick in here. And I'm not a really big fan of the blue. I might replace that or see what I can do there. But anyway, that's this truck. I'm kind of going back and forth on what. I need to, lights are still on. Run the battery down. I've been going back and forth on what I want to do with this thing. Of course, it's still early on, and I know you guys are thinking I already have plenty of projects to work on, but there is a grand scheme to the thing. Maybe I'll fill you guys into that later episode, but still working some details out. But this truck, I was thinking, since it's an F350, it has the same cab mounts, and it would bolt right up to my Highboy chassis I got over there. I don't think I've showed you guys that. I got a Highboy chassis out in the weeds over there. I picked up when we picked up a few other parts trucks, and thought about putting this thing on it. The only problem with that is it's a 75, and the wheelbase is slightly wrong, which we ran into that on our Ultimate Highboy project. And if you remember on that episode, I fixed the wheelbase issue by moving the axle forward a couple inches. But that was all aftermarket axles and aftermarket springs and everything, so it was easy to do that. So with a factory setup like I would do with this one, it would be kind of a little bit more tricky. You either have to move the leaf springs or shorten the frame. But I was thinking about doing that, put that on that chassis. I don't have the title to that chassis, so that kind of sucks because it wouldn't be an F26 VIN. It'd be F35, this is F350. Another option would be move that axle forward and get a bed for it, paint it white, and make it look like a regular cab 250. Or I could put a duals back on it and make a flatbed out of it. Probably put these duals on it. I don't know. Still up in the air, I guess, on that. I also thought about, I found a blue bed, a blue regular bed on Marketplace. I thought about putting a regular bed on this truck since it originally was a single wheel, taking these duals off and putting them on this truck. But dual trucks don't seem to really sell that well or be that desirable. So I don't know if I want to do that because, you know, this cab is so nice and perfect. I think it deserves to be something really cool. I probably won't want to sell it if I build it into a Highboy, but I already have a white Highboy. But I guess I could have a 67 Highboy and a 69 white Highboy. Huh? What do you think about that? Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think I should do with this 69 F350 we just picked up. What do you think about it? What do you think about being rust-free? That's pretty cool. But whatever I decide to do with it, you'll see it here. So hit that subscribe button so you know when it happens. Hit the like button if you like this truck, like this kind of content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.